Hello, ma'am. This is Addison Basumatary, and this is my presentation on ad campaign analysis. And the brand that I have chosen for this presentation is Vicks, and the name of the campaign is Touch of Care. Founded in 1890 by Lunsford Richardson in USA, Vicks emerged from a deep commitment to caring for families and quickly became a trusted companion in homes, bringing comfort during illness. Over the decades, Vicks has expanded its offerings, but its core mission remains unchanged: to provide care and support when it matters most. Vicks has been a symbol of trust and care in India for generations. The brand celebrates familial ties while recognizing that the traditional definition of family has evolved. Through heartwarming stories of unconventional bonds, Vicks emphasizes that love transcends biological ties. Now, a little about Touch of Care campaign. Launched in 2017, the Touch of Care campaign is a global initiative that highlights the profound importance of care in our lives. With a particular focus on the Indian context in our presentation, the Touch of Care also encapsulates the belief that every child deserves a touch of care. The Touch of Care campaign has been active for several years now, starting from 2017, and it has released several ads across the globe with focusing on touch of care. But in India, the Vicks has been focusing on the child, on their tagline, every child deserves a touch of care. So, for this presentation, the first ad that we are going to play is this ad beautifully captures the relationship between Gayatri and her mother Gauri, who against all odds is raising and caring for Gayatri with deep compassion and love. The story reflects the challenges that Gauri faces from the rest of the society as a transgender woman. This is the first ad to come out of the Touch of Care campaign, and since its release, it has garnered massive viewership, and everyone has been praising its uh, originality and the emotional impact that it has brought in the society. This film has also won several awards. Now, on to the next ad. This is the story of Nisa, who is suffering from one of the world's rarest skin conditions. This film captures her grit and determination to fight against all odds, to be counted as an equal in the world that looks at her differently. This film also emphasizes that all of this wouldn't have been possible without the support of the two most important people in her life, her adoptive parents. Nisa was abandoned when she was only 2 weeks old by her biological parents, but her adoptive parents didn't leave a single stone unturned to help her, and they ensured to love her and care for her as their own biological child. The third and the last ad under the campaign Touch of Care in India is based on the inspiring journey of Dr. Bhosle, who left no stone unturned to ensure many less fortunate children receiving life-saving medical attention before and during the pandemic. But Dr. Bhosle succumbed to the COVID-19 and passed away, leaving his dream behind of building his own pediatric hospital. This film is also a reminder that, like Dr. Bhosle, hundreds of doctors lost their life during the pandemic, and to also show appreciation and love to all the healthcare professionals who fight with their life and care for us and especially the children. The objective of the campaign Touch of Care is to bring about social impact, to normalize diverse family structures, and to break the stereotypes surrounding the third gender, to promote acceptance of specially abled individuals, including children, and to honor healthcare professionals' sacrifices for us. To bring brand alignment and reinforce Vicks' identity as a caring brand and build emotional connections with consumers. The audience engagement strategy of the Vicks was to first understand the audience, to understand millennial values, which are authenticity, empathy, and social responsibility, by featuring the stories of real life people, and to showcase those ads through communication channels like digital for platforms, example YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc., with the collaborations with influencers to enhance reach. And also event tie-ins, like for example the third ad, Care Lives On, is launched around the National Doctors Day to maximize relevance, as the ad was based on the life of Dr. Bhosle, who worked for the betterment of children. The Vicks campaign Touch of Care brought about emotional impact and reach with their emotional storytelling, as they narrated real life stories which resonated deeply with audience, and the ad also focused on care and human connections. And the ad has reached over 30 million views within the 10 days for the 21st campaign, and it has brought about positive media coverage and word of mouth support. After the campaign Touch of Care, the brand saw growth and also positioned itself as it was associated with care, which enhanced the brand loyalty, as the ads were also shifted from traditional advertising to purpose driven campaigns. It also increased consumer mindfulness, as the brand were associated with social values, which is a positive positioning for the brand. In future, through the campaign Touch of Care, the brand plans to adapt more stories to reflect the current social dynamics and to support the ongoing initiatives that inspires change and promote care, and to further collaborate with social causes to maintain its brand relevance. But the campaign Touch of Care has not only received positive reviews, it has also had its critics, as we can see in the next slide. The critics argue that the emotional narrative centers on the protagonist's story rather than a direct connection to the Vicks brand. This may lead viewers to remember the story over the brand itself, which causes a brand disconnect. Some viewers felt the film did not evoke the expected emotional response, suggesting it failed to create a strong bond between the audience and the brand. And also, while the campaign garnered millions of views, the effectiveness in terms of brand recall remains questionable. Critics note that high viewership does not necessarily translate to a lasting connection with the brand. The leading industry experts have expressed skepticism about the campaign's true impact on brand perception, indicating that while the campaign is progressive, its effectiveness in reinforcing Vicks' identity is debatable. And while Vicks aligns itself with broader social movements advocating for equality and rights, some critics believe that simply participating in these conversations isn't enough to ensure long term brand loyalty or recognition. As many brands adopt similar narratives in pursuit of social changes, Vicks risks being seen as part of a trend rather than a leader in this space, which could dilute its unique brand identity. In conclusion, Vicks's Touch of Care campaign effectively merges brand identity with social responsibility, resonating deeply with modern audiences. Although the ad campaign has received criticism, saying that this ads does nothing to help improve the brand identity and to help its brand recall. But in essence, the Touch of Care campaign is not just an advertising effort, it's a movement that highlights Vicks' commitment to care and compassion, reminding us all that everyone deserves a touch of care. My name is Mac Addison Basumatary, and that's all for today. Thank you and have a great day.